where you can get outside the four walls of the church and do things for people. Do small, simple things, whether it's locally, nationally, or internationally, doing things to love people, not to force them into the kingdom, but just to love on the people.
When I think about missions, I think about adventure. I think about going outside of our four walls in the church place and into our communities, into our families, into our workplaces, and sharing the love of Jesus. Knowing that He's changed me, I know He can change others, and I want them to know that. So that willingness to share His love in whatever capacity makes sense.
The laborers are few, but the harvest is plentiful. And it's really true, because there's so many places in Africa where people don't even know the word Jesus or who He is. And that we need to be intentional about sharing the good news to people, because that's the only way they're going to know.
Where Jesus calls us to go into all the world and make disciples. And so in our churches is where people are being equipped to go out, but that isn't where it stops. Discipleship is to go outside of our churches into the world and make disciples.
It's important to do outreach. It's important to do missions. It's really affecting the people that they're doing it for, and it's affecting their own people. It's giving them more faith. It's showing them the heart of the Father for His people.
I think about just the simple conversations that we can have. So it's inviting someone into our churches and allowing them to hear the gospel and see the love of God's people together in the church. But also it's providing space for people to just ask questions. So I think about even the Alpha course that we offer, a place and a space where you can have a meal and just have conversation. So a lot of it has to do with being willing to be open to conversation and not always having the answers, but being willing to allow for dialogue to happen.
It shows you that the faith you have really makes a difference in your own life, and that you can show people love. And that it really affects you on the inside, that you start carrying the Father's heart, and you start loving people in situations where you might not love them before.
When you've been involved in mission and outreach, there is a definite impact on your faith and your spiritual view of the world around you. So I even think of, I saw my workplace when I was working in computers, I saw that as a mission field. And so there were times that I would go into situations where I would want God's heart to be in that situation. So whether it's a heart for reconciliation, a heart just to love these people that maybe I'm having a hard time loving. And so I have to rely on Him in those situations. So missions and a focus on missions just in our minds can change us inside, and it can grow our faith and our understanding of who Jesus is and the heart of the Father.